Much
Alpine Day
appreciated.
coming up next year.
What can you, yeah, the upcoming Alpine Day 2022. Whoa, man. Okay,
Switch cameras. Let's
there he
go.
is. So, Daniel, we're coming pretty hot off of Alpine Day.
Really hot off of Alpine Day.
We're still kind of in Alpine
Yeah,
Day.
the user and the listener are present with us in Alpine Day.
Yep. Yep. We just kept the stream going for the folks at home, and we're just going to record the podcast now. So this is officially the Alpine Day after party.
Yeah, welcome to the after party. It's been a big party.
Just dropped my wooden spoon, man.
You dropped your wooden spoon, Caleb. You cannot drop your wooden spoon.
You can't.
No.
Dude, spoon carving, super tough. He makes it look so easy.
Dude, that was the best like meditative experience in the middle of the show.
It was
Like
pretty great.
people loved it. I loved it. It was amazing to just have, it's like tech talk, tech talk, tech talk, tech talk. People are a little bit worried about the resolution at that point because of small code and stuff.
Stress was mounting.
You
You're a little quiet, by the way, Daniel. Cool.
You put a guy carving a spoon right onto the screen, everybody just calms down. Everyone's like, ooh, I like this resolution after all.
Yep.
This
This is the
great.
perfect resolution.
I feel good. I'm over here juggling USB dongles, being an insane person. And but you start carving a spoon, it's like, ooh.
Yep. Really sets the tone.
Yeah, but dude, what a great
Yeah,
conference.
he makes it seem like, dude, you don't even know. Like, I have all the same tools, but I don't do it like that. It is so tough. Whatever. But just watching him, dude, like with the axe, like how far he got with just the axe itself is astonishing, you know?
Oh my
It's
god.
astonishing.
Jesse just tweeted, by the way, Alpine Day attendees, check this out if you want to win some carving tools. So I'm retweeting that. Zengel is giving away some carving tools. So
Yeah, man.
attendees, get after
I'll give
it.
that a
Get after
retweet
it.
as well.
It was so fire, dude. I think everything went perfectly.
Yeah,
With the
I mean,
exception of
definitely
all the
not,
things
but-
that went
but
wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Like, barring the things that went wrong, everything went right.
Yeah, everything went right except for all the things that went wrong. But all the things that went wrong, like, this is the thing, and we said this from the get-go. This is the DIY basement show of online live conferences. And
Exactly. Yeah. What did you come? What did you?
You get a
expect?
plastic cup at the door. Pour your own beer out of the keg in the back. It's a
Yeah.
little warm. Like it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
So the resolution was a little low for 2 talks or 3
So
talks
what?
or something.
It's
Then
just
we
code.
restarted the stream. Yeah, it's all
I
good.
changed the YouTube link mid, crashed all the servers with the WebSocket reaction system.
Yeah,
So can I
that
tell you how
broke.
I did that?
Yeah.
That was just stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I should have just spun up an extra droplet, but this is like me being the cheapest person alive.
Mm-hmm.
I should have just used Pusher, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, dude, I just looked at Pusher's tier for the amount of attendees we have,
Right.
and it would be like $100-something bucks.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh, dude.
Ooh,
And then I got to
that's
figure it all
5
out.
attendees.
Yeah. But WebSockets are simple, man. Like, you can just do them yourself. So I've installed Ratchet, the PHP WebSocket
Oh, you
server.
did the PHP WebSocket. I thought you were going to say you did Socket.io, in which
Oh,
case
no.
was
I
like,
actually used Laravel WebSockets, but just as the Ratchet wrapper. So not in any of the swappable ways.
okay. So you
But
didn't
yeah.
use Node,
No.
and that's why it happened.
I don't know.
That's why it happened.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had used Node, it would have been fine.
Okay. So then I got the daemon going
Uh-huh.
on whatever, the same server
Mhm.
as the thing. So the same server that all of Alpine JS is hosted on, I was using to have concurrent WebSocket connections, which was a little silly.
Yeah.
Probably pretty silly. I probably just maxed out the connections, honestly,
That's
because I think more
Probably
than
what
1,000
happened.
people joined,
yeah.
and I think the max is like 1,000 or something.
right.
But yeah, it crippled.
It freaked out.
So that's a bummer,
And
man.
it was 500ing. People were sad. People were mad.
Yeah. But the front end of it was literally like new WebSocket, pass in URL, and that not much more than that, honestly.
Yeah.
So
Dude,
because
it
somebody was
sick.
like, "Oh, shouldn't use Livewire for WebSockets." I'm like, dude, step off, bro.
Yeah.
Didn't even use Livewire.
Didn't even use Livewire.
Why would you ever?
Yeah.
So
Should have used
Yeah,
Phoenix
man.
Live View, Caleb. Have you ever heard of Phoenix Live View? It's better than Livewire.
never heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a bummer to have to kill that, but I didn't even witness what happened. I wish I could have just been an attendee to see what was happening. Like,
It was
Did it go
wild.
nuts for a little bit and then like calm down?
Just
And
they just like for like 10 minutes everyone was mad at the resolution because there was, while it was 720p, there was also someone who had small code on screen. But then like immediately all the speakers like adapted because
Mhm.
they're professionals and they roll with the punches. So
Yeah,
they all adapted, and then it was like not a problem. And then we took the break, restarted the stream, everything was fine.
right. Yep.
So you know,
Yeah, I mean, I watched the live stream. I purposely didn't watch the Zoom. I like put my headphones down and watched the YouTube stream.
hmm
And I mean, in the beginning it was blurry, but I think I could see everybody's code
yeah, I think so too.
for Hugo's and Shrudy's and Austin's talk
It
for
was a
sure.
little blurry in some places, so
Okay.
I get where the complaints came from, but
Yeah, yeah, not ideal, but like
yeah,
it wasn't a deal breaker.
yeah,
So,
exactly.
but yeah, some good
Um,
content.
Caleb, did you
Yeah,
know
Daniel.
on the M1 MacBook Pro there are, I have the M1 13-inch MacBook Pro. There are two ports, two of the USB 3 ports, right?
Yeah.
Do you know that only one of them accepts power?
Didn't know that.
I learned that today. So if you plug a
That's
charger into the other one,
that's
it just
crazy,
doesn't
dude.
charge your computer.
What in the world?
And so I had the monitor that I was using to project the stream plugged into the one that accepted power. And so I needed to like charge my computer midstream. So I waited for a break and I just like swapped it out, put a multi-port adapter in, did a whole thing, switched to HDMI. It was crazy.
That is crazy, dude.
There's a lot of dongle stuff going on.
There was some stuff.
It
There
was
was
not
some
good.
stuff.
So the original thing that happened is that the CalDigit TS3 like hub that I
Yeah.
use,
Samesies.
it just decided to stop being recognized by all computers as a device.
Oh my gosh.
Both of my computers no longer recognize it. And they did one day ago. So I don't know what happened.
That's an issue.
Yeah.
That's a super issue.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. That's like worst case scenario.
It
Man.
was like worst case scenario.
That's the worst. Oh
So
my
I was like
gosh.
running off a laptop, like directly plugged into a monitor with no battery, or just running off battery. Fortunately, I remembered to
Dude,
charge
you're
my
an
computer
animal.
last night.
That's crazy.
But we
Oh,
got there,
man.
baby. We got
But it
there.
worked, man. Like the live stream didn't go off at all, I think.
No,
right?
I was honestly very proud of my internet for holding up.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly, no one's internet really went out.
No,
It was a good internet day.
it was. Everything worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesse lives in like the backwoods and he was worried that it would
No, it was great.
it was great.
Everyone was great.
Yeah. Favorite part.
I mean, if I hadn't known everything that was coming in your talk, like there's so much. It was like one thing after another after another. You
Right.
know,
Old news though
but
for you in the inner
for
circle
me,
here.
the Atom talk was great.
Cool.
Everything
I
we
loved it.
wanted that talk to be, like when we
Yeah.
were talking about it, it was like, if we just like throw him at it, he'll figure it out. And
Yeah.
like he'll probably get excited about a couple of things. And the fact that at the end he was like, I could make a directive that makes more directives. It was like,
Right.
now you got it, baby.
Like, yeah,
Now
the
you're
only way to
here.
get him excited is to like do something meta.
Right.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that the only risk with that was like I never feared that Adam would trip up on something because he's just not gonna.
You
But
just thought he would be bored.
yes, that's the risk, and like
Uh-huh.
I ran that risk with Mitch too. Like he was just like, okay, honestly, it's a little underwhelming, which is I guess a good thing for you, but it's like it's just like really simple and
Well,
I
the
don't know,
first
like
two are simple, but then the third one really,
yeah, it
like,
gets a little
really
wild.
takes it out of there.
But anyway, I realized that that's the risk with this is bringing somebody on who's like extremely discerning and doesn't just give out high fives for free, you know? So, but you know, and I thought even so, whatever, it would be fun because it's just fun to hang out with him. And, so
Yeah.
that was definitely one of my favorites, if not my favorite, just doing that. I thought it was a fantastic way to show everybody all the extension stuff.
Yeah.
Like way better than me just demoing it.
Yeah, and I think one or two people like posted like I'm a little confused, but then like the Discord like took care of itself so well. Like
Cool.
there was like one guy was being rude at one point, and everyone just told him to stop being rude, and then he stopped.
Oh, nice.
Like there was nothing was needed, you know.
Great,
The
yeah.
Discord just handled it, and then like anyone who had questions, like just other people just answered them. Like it was great. Like there was no problems.
Yeah, that's a really key move. I remember I like doubted that. I was
Yeah.
almost gonna have you pull the Discord.
No, the Discord was huge.
It had to be done. It had to happen. That's all you, Daniel. Thank you.
And now you have a Discord channel with 500 people who like Alpine in it. Like,
That's true.
you could do stuff with that.
I don't really want to.
Yeah. Well, we have it for
I
next
just
year.
don't need another notification thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll keep it for next year for
Keep it
sure.
for next year.
Yeah. So that was good. That was good. Yep. Next favorite.
Next favorite. I really liked Matt's talk, although someone just said in chat that the internet got a little bumpy during Matt's talk. So we'll have to watch the recording on that. I don't remember that, but
I had it on my phone as well, and my phone started going like the live stream went really blurry. But my computer YouTube live stream was like clear.
I love that Matt I would love for you to like talk about, because I know that there's some stuff that I don't know what you have said publicly and not about like Alpine V3 rewrite, but like when he like broke down the like timeline of like the request and like doing things in Alpine versus doing things in Vue, right? And then all that stuff we talked about last week or whenever.
One of those weeks, yeah.
I would love to see like, based on like what you saw there and like what you know, like,
right,
is that better or worse or the
I'm a
same?
little scared, man. I don't know. It could go either way.
Yeah.
Like I said, its performance is like a
it really
target.
just
like,
depends on what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be better or worse depending on what he's doing.
Yeah.
So,
but I thought that was like really sick. Like, I'm glad that he like took the approach that he did of like, let's talk about the performance, let's talk about all this other stuff. Like, I think that's all very cool, and like, I'm glad someone's talking about it, you know?
The real performance edge of Alpine, we've talked about this, but the advantage that Alpine has over Vue and React in a big way is that you just use it less.
Yeah.
That's what it is. That's like by far why it's so much more performant for most people. If you do everything you would be doing in Vue with Alpine, it will be slower. But that's not what it's for.
But Vue's not good for using less.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Vue is worse for using less than Alpine is.
Oh, right. Depending on what you're doing. I don't know if those
Vue's
where
not
he
as great
I don't know
for
much
sprinkles.
about his components, but yes, it is not, because even if you do one small thing, that whole part of the I can't even talk about it because I don't know what his setup was like. I don't know if he had one small component and the Vue overhead was just no matter what, or if he had like a small piece of functionality in a big component and Vue still had to render that whole big component, even though there was only one small thing to do. So who knows? But the performance edge of Alpine is that it's less than 11 kilobytes, up from 9. It's less than 11 kilobytes, and you just use it less. It's just the paradigm that you're using. I was reinvigorated during the conference, especially after watching the Transistor guys. I had this renewed energy of like, this is it. Like this is the way. Like, you can do so much with a monolith and backend templates and Alpine sprinkles. Like, it's crazy.
Shruti's,
you can just do so much.
Shruti's password rules stuff,
I liked that one.
Was hot fire.
Yeah, I'm surprised that I like haven't used that example myself. Like, I was like, wow, this is actually like probably
that's
the
like
best
one of the best like demos of a feature I've ever seen. It was so good because there was just like I've never used that syntax. The like conditional class syntax
that exists in Vue.
I've never used it in Vue either. It's so sick.
I love and hate it. Love and hate the object syntax.
It was so cool in that instance, though.
Great.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
I love it. Anyway.
Gotta love it.
It was great, dude. Everyone did so good.
For sure. Yep. It was good. And yeah, man.
And like that modal talk was so useful. Like that, Austin's talk was so useful. Dude, that was
the talk. I mean, that was the canonical modal
stuff.
Talk. Like nobody gives how to build a modal content. Yeah. Everybody's scared.
Everyone's scared because they're like, what if I screw up how to build a modal?
Yeah.
Or what if they release a new version of the package in an hour that makes everything irrelevant?
He knew about it. He was doing it, and I'm like, dude, because I figured he started to go down the path of like focus trapping. I'm like, I can't not tell you that I just did this, but I'm like, but I don't think you can use it in your talk, man.
Yeah.
He's like, no problem. So he's like, can I at least look at the implementation? I said he would have done, I'm sure, great on his own, but I sent him the implementation and
he just copied it.
so he could. Oh, I have no idea, but he used the same strategy of
Yeah, yeah,
crawling up and hiding siblings.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but anyway, yeah. But I thought like it's not ideal. It'd be great if we could just say here's X trap, but it really set up X trap. You
Yeah.
know?
One question that came in a bunch during your talk,
Yeah.
in the Q&A thing was for the dollar sign persist stuff, what
Yeah.
happens if there's separate components that have the same key?
Oh, they would overlap.
They would overlap, and what does that mean? Like, how does that work in the real world?
I think the last one would win.
Okay,
It's
so so like, what if you have like like an
you can customize the key
X4?
X4 and then a persist inside of that.
Yeah.
They would overwrite each other. You would have to dynamically assign the key,
Uh-huh.
which I haven't gotten to. Yeah, there's a lot of those, but that's what I'm sort of. When I got to that,
Mm-hmm.
this is what I thought. When I ran through that scenario in my head, I went, "Old Caleb will go down this road
Mm-hmm.
far and make it intelligent and make it so that the key is like annotated with which
Component
over
it came
which
from.
number overlap it is."
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
new Caleb understands that leads to pain.
Well, and also the developer's competent enough that if you just tell them you are responsible for making these keys
It's just
different, they'll
better to
figure it
just
out.
exactly. It's better to like you do what works for your app because 80% of people are just gonna not. It's not gonna. They're not gonna be affected by the overlap.
Mm-hmm.
The 20% of times where somebody is affected, they'll see the docs and it'll show how to do .as or .key, and then they'll have to dynamically set a key and then it'll work. And then the
Mm-hmm.
system's going to be like super smooth, lacking in bugs, really small. New Caleb knows how to write plugins now.
Mm-hmm.
He's so much smarter than old Caleb.
Yeah.
He's so much less of a masochist.
Yeah. This
Um,
sick, dude. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
bros.
tired. Are you tired?
Dude, I'm freaking exhausted.
Exhausted, dude. Me too.
Let's end the show.
We should
JK.
yeah, well, let's scroll through a couple more of the Q&As because there was a couple more
Yeah,
questions that came in that I thought were like worth
great.
addressing. And I
Is
think
this like a channel, like a Q&A channel?
there's a Q&A channel in the Discord.
Oh, huh.
From when we were talking about doing Q&As with the speakers.
Oh yeah, I never told you that. Well, I never told
You never
the
told me
speakers
not
about
to
that.
do that, and so but then I realized myself that we weren't doing it yesterday.
Yeah.
But then I forgot to delete the channel. So people just started putting questions in the in the channel. So now we have all the questions. But like I say, the users
Dude,
started
that's
answering
so
each other's
funny.
questions, so it was fun.
Right.
So it sort of just became like Stack Overflow in there.
Dude, all right, well hit me. I won't look so that the listener's not like absolutely bored.
Um so does persist oh here we go. Someone just said this. Does persist scope for multiple instances with the same key, e.g., multiple counters? That's exactly what he just answered. I don't know. I don't know.
Come in, Decol.
I don't have anything right now actually.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
But yeah, there were some that came up, but I think you answered most of them like in line, so that was cool.
Word up.
What do you? How are you feeling about it all? About
Good.
the launch and everything.
The thing about like, I'm glad that it's virtual because it allowed us to do a bunch of things. But when when you speak at an in-person conference and you're done, it's like this crazy high.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that wears off eventually.
Right.
But there's just this crazy, you put so much work into it, it takes everything in you.
And then it's
And
done.
then you do it, and then it's like the best feeling in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have that feeling,
Yeah. Well, you did
Because
good. If you had
it
seen all
just
the
feels
fire
like-
emojis, you'd feel a little better.
Probably. So yeah, you just can't get a sense for the reaction and energy like you do when you're giving a talk.
The energy was strong,
Okay,
especially in the plugins. People loved the plugins.
cool.
Like all three of those.
Yeah, because it's new. The other stuff is like slightly modified.
They
Slightly
liked it
improved.
though. They liked it, but
But yeah, that
the
stuff
plugins
is
are
like,
fire. Fire.
yeah. So
I'm so excited to write plugins, dude.
yeah, man.
Like I
mean,
can't wait.
I feel like I made the plugin thing so like easy and powerful that I mean everything that can be made will be made.
Mm-hmm.
Could be wrong.
So then it's just about like figuring out what's good.
what's good enough to put in core basically.
Yeah, well, or
And
even
let
beyond
me
that,
just
like
say
just
while
saying
everybody's
as
listening,
a user, like it's just about like there's going to be a lot of Alpine plugins out there on GitHub, and you're going to have to decide which
yeah. And
Alpine
I almost
multi-select
thought about
plugin
like
is good.
doing a write up
Uh-huh.
in the core or something, or in the README that's like, or putting in the license or something, being like, listen, I made this plugin stuff super great and really extensible. If you make something, like, I'm not trying to dog on people's stuff, but I also don't want to be completely restricted from ever making a plugin in Alpine again because everybody made everything I'll ever make
Yeah,
and
but I
can,
mean,
you know what I mean?
yeah, but I don't think that that is a problem that you actually have.
That's great because I'd look at other projects and with, well, this is with Spruce. Like, I did that with Spruce. I just like, you know,
You sure locked Spruce.
I Sherlocked Spruce, which
Yeah.
doesn't feel good.
Well,
Um,
but I mean, that's something that kind of had to come inside.
yep, I know. I'm just worried about the other things that have to come inside that I didn't get to first, you know? It's fine. Those are just the worries of that. I don't want to make people mad and then whatever, like dog on people's
But I feel
innovations,
like
you
you
know?
tell your people, and I guess now that the a larger audience of people are going to be writing plugins, it's like more of a concern,
Yeah.
right? But like I feel like you've told people in the past, like, hey, I might first party this if you make it, right? You've definitely told me in
Yeah.
the past, like,
I
I
tell you every time you have an idea.
every time I have an idea, you're like, don't make that, I'm gonna make it.
Yeah.
Um,
But I don't do that if I haven't thought about it.
yeah, but but like yeah, like I remember like when I the first time I was trying to quit my job, I
Yep.
was like, what if I built the mobile adapter for
Right.
Livewire? And you're like, I'm just gonna build that. So you could
You
build
could
it,
do
you
it,
could do
but
it, but I'm
in a
gonna
year or
kill
two
it
or whatever,
soon.
like I
Yeah,
may kill it.
yeah.
Sorry, Daniel.
So there's stuff like that where it's
Tough
like,
stuff.
yeah, but it's like I feel like if you are gonna write something like very, very close to core, that's like the missing adapter
Right.
for this really common use case for this framework, like
But then
it's
there's
gonna get
right,
pulled in.
there's
And
stuff like if
it's
somebody
good
made
that
X select or something,
it's
like
good
I'm
that
not
you
gonna
made
touch
it.
that.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing. Is like
Like,
you're not gonna make inputs.
yeah, I'm not, there's things that I just won't do, and there's things that are too hard that I don't want to do,
Yeah. And
you know,
not to mention, like, you're
and
probably going to
others can
make
do.
X select inside of Alpine component patterns.
Something like that. Maybe. I don't know yet. Something to address that. At least lots of integrations for good third party packages.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's the other thing is like, I don't want to be another ecosystem that just has the same exact set of
You don't want to be
stuff.
Tailwind UI. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I don't want to be like view select, like there's select two and then there's view select. Like,
Oh, right,
how about
right,
Alpine just has a really good integration for select two so that we don't, you know what I mean? It's
right. Mm-hmm.
not, I just don't, yeah.
The
So.
problem is, dude, they all have different features.
Right. And so if we make like good integrations for all of them, then it's like you pick your poison and then all the development work that goes into making selects good goes into one place. It's centralized.
Yeah.
Now vanilla JS users can use it.
The problem is
Stimulus
that the
users
good
can use
one
it.
is React Select, and React Select should be in every other thing. Like, if someone needs to find a way to like translate React Select out of React, because React
Yep.
Select's definitely the best one.
Never used it. Don't know.
Oh,
Sounds
it's
good
so
though.
good.
Sounds great, man.
Whew.
Ooh.
Whew.
So yeah, so it went pretty well. Um, there's so many like stories, of course, about all the craziness with like GitHub sponsors and everything. But we came at it like let's look at the number. That'll be fun.
Oh, the
We
sponsors
can
number?
the number of sponsors, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, and like people didn't realize that you weren't making money from this, but then people told them in the Discord. Like someone was
Oh,
like, "Dude,
funny.
Caleb made so much money off this today," and someone was like, "Nah, bro,
$0,
zero,
folks.
$0."
Okay, 1058 sponsors, but that includes like one organization shows up as one sponsor, but they may have paid for like 10
Mm-hmm.
people. So I don't know. But yeah, so I guess there were kind of like 70 or 80 on the day of. Um, but yeah, and the
That's
total
crazy.
money, you ready for the money?
Total money. Let's hit it.
Okay. Okay. 8, 6, 8, 9. All right. Guess the total money. Lowball though.
Based on 1058 sponsors,
Sure.
I'd say 24,000.
Dude, I said load ball.
22,000. I don't know how many paid $35.
21 and a half.
21,500. That's good money.
It's good money.
That's great
So
money.
that'll be yeah, so I mean it's fine to talk about money, right?
Yeah, I mean
Right.
it's not
Every
your
speaker
money.
gets 500, you get 500.
Uh-huh.
I'll pay you for, Daniel put in like contracting work. I paid Jack for the site design,
Mhm.
and then the rest gets split up. So maybe everybody will come away with like 750 or 1,000 total,
Pretty sick.
maybe, like the speakers
Pretty
instead of
sick.
500, which is nice. So I don't know. The money thing with conferences is weird because it's so much more work than your hourly rate. But yeah,
But yeah,
yeah, I'm happy.
I'm happy too, dude.
Happy, bro. I mean, that is like bizarre. I remember
'Cause
like we
I'm
talked and
happy.
was like, this could be like 100 people, and then I'd be out a bunch of money.
Yeah, we were talking about like whether you'd be able to
Like how into
afford,
debt I'll have to go
yeah,
for
to
this
do it.
conference.
We,
But
I think
zero
we
dollars in
did like
debt,
a
which is
version of
nice.
this plan that worked if you made like $3,000 at one point.
What do you mean?
Like I think our
Oh yeah,
first
yeah, yeah.
budget for like how much
Right.
we could pay everyone and stuff was
Yeah.
based on you making like 3 grand and then
Right.
coming out of pocket like $1,000.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
but that did not happen.
Yeah. So that's super nice. I couldn't believe that. 1,000 is like just a cool. I mean, it's nice to have that like even number and hit that. And yeah.
Sick, dude.
Sick dude.
Sick, dude.
Dude,
Thousand
thank you,
people.
Deke, man.
Only
Couldn't
500 made it into the Discord. So
That's a lot to make
that's a
it into the
ton of
disc.
people in the Discord, though. Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't often like join stuff like that. So I feel like I'm
Yeah,
part of the other 500.
it was a pop in Discord.
But users that have logged into the app
Mm-hmm.
is 1,014.
Wow.
I know a bunch of users aren't going to watch it because they're in weird time zones. So
Mm-hmm.
that I think that accounts for that chunk.
That's really good, though.
Um, yeah, dude, I didn't expect that. 10,
Isn't
14 people have
isn't
successfully authenticated with GitHub on that page.
isn't Laracon Online like 5K usually or something like that? 4 or 5K?
I remember it being 5K once.
Yeah. Which is
Something
like
like that.
20% of that ain't bad.
Not bad, man. Not bad.
Fire,
First
dude.
step. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. The GitHub sponsors thing, couldn't believe how no. There's parts of it that were terrible, like
Parts of it are
very
total
bad.
doo-doo.
Yes, like basically the entire day today,
Dude, we gotta
I'm dealing with a support email
we gotta
and
reveal
pushing to the live server.
the 50 ways that we were just doing crazy stuff behind the scenes.
Just ridiculous. But the thing I'm surprised is that all the code like API calling, authenticating stuff worked great,
Yeah.
Like that was just rock solid.
But yeah, we had like an array in there that was like people who don't need to pay, so that was like speakers or
I
whatever.
forgot to give the speakers access, so like
Yeah.
right away,
So
like
no one had
somebody's like, "Hey, how do
access.
I watch this thing?"
And
Oh,
then
hold on, let me commit to this repo and
and then
push
we
it
had
up
another
100 times.
we had another keyed array of like organizations and all their users who had like paid through side channels or whatever.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was just like
wild.
emails and like direct emails and then support emails and throughout the day, just like hard, just pushing this stuff live, sending people the new YouTube link manually, stuff like that.
It was,
Yeah,
it was
that was all the
nuts.
stuff that made the beginning of the day very stressful.
Yeah.
But settled down towards the end.
Yeah.
Remember I told you, I was like, Daniel, tomorrow or whatever, I said Alpine Day is going to be like unbelievably fast,
Yeah.
like a blur.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that held up?
Towards the end, it slowed down.
Okay.
Like I felt like I had time to breathe. Like everything was good, chill.
Word.
But the beginning, discovering at 8:45 when I went to plug in my computer that my TS3 dock had
Oh my God.
failed. Starting
That's a
there,
nightmare, dude.
I didn't stop freaking out until like 11:45 or something.
That's a freaking nightmare, dude.
I was just freaking out about something constantly.
Yeah.
But it's cool, man. I think it went fine.
What do you think about the 18-minute talks? Too short?
I kind of think it was,
Everybody did 20 minutes basically.
yeah. So we should just call it 20 minutes,
Yeah.
or maybe 21 because we made $21,000 last time. And then
Right.
if you want
And then
more
make it
talks, you
progressively.
have to sign up more people so that the
Yeah.
number of $1,000 goes
Right.
up. So that, yeah. So yeah, make them 21 minutes next time. I think I got to figure out a better way to stream the music. The music came through a little thin on the breaks.
Music was pretty crappy quality.
Yeah, but it was the
Yeah.
best thing
Your
I could
voice was
do.
pretty garbed too, but you knew that
It's
because you
because
were
I
on
was on the
some.
bad headphones. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
you were on the tin can.
it took me forever to actually find my like USB multi-port adapter thing. Just digging through random drawers and stuff.
Yeah, the music it still worked because like I watched the live
Mm-hmm.
stream and listened to music and still vibed out to Blink.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but it wasn't
just
as
didn't do
punchy
him
as it could have been.
justice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Yes.
waste your time on me.
On me, your role. What do you think about the Blink?
The Blink was excellent. I think it's perfect.
It's probably my favorite part of the conference.
Yeah.
It's just like being able to listen to Blink 182 in the middle of a conference. Whoopsie.
Yeah. No, it's ideal. I think that like more conferences should play Blink 182 or like Newfound Glory or Fall Out Boy or something in the middle of their conference. It's just to pump people up, you know?
It's the best pump music. Yeah. It's not like it's great.
And then you tell all your friends you got your gun to my head. Yeah.
We're gonna need to do that
Next time.
next time. So yeah, man. What can you say?
What can you say? I think it went perfect, dude. I think it went perfect.
Yep.
I don't know that we have like
This is like
much
the
more to
worst
talk
episode
about.
ever.
Yeah. Like we just
totally
talked so much.
We did. How long are we at this episode? Like, is it embarrassingly short or is it
embarrassingly
like,
short? I don't know. I mean, it's just an after party. 31 minutes.
Yeah,
Do you want to
how
bang,
long is an after
you wanna bang
party?
this one out?
Should we call it?
I mean, we could.
All right, let's give the user the last chance to pop on the
Oh
Discord.
yeah.
And have us talk about something.
Users on Discord. Yeah, live interaction. The people love live interaction.
They do.
Um,
Live interaction or we hang up, okay?
live interaction or we hang up. Oh, someone is suggesting like this thing where I could have like streamed the music through Zoom, but what they don't know is that I did stream the music directly through OBS, so it wasn't even that Zoom was degrading the quality. It was just like somewhere between Spotify and YouTube, like something bad happened.
Yeah.
Live interaction. Someone says live interaction in the chat. Yeah, dude, do you want to cue the outro? Oh,
doing it?
Hey, wait, hold on. Let me just get my plug in. I'm in front of a new audience.
Yeah.
Go follow me on Twitter, you losers.
Oh, go follow Daniel on Twitter. That's really rude that you haven't. Seriously. And go hire him for your projects.
Oh,
Can
yeah,
you hire
also
you
pay
right
me.
now?
Yeah. Yeah, so
Pay Daniel.
I have an 8-week project starting on Monday. So 2 months from Monday, I am
You're gonna be
available
broke
for
as
hire.
a joke.
So
Unless
hire
somebody
me.
scoops you up.
I'm really good at Laravel. I like
brag,
Livewire and
Daniel.
Alpine and stuff. Like I really want to write Alpine. I want to write Alpine plugins for your business.
You're just saying that because it's Alpine Day.
Yeah, but I want to write Alpine plugins for your business. And also,
Go hire Daniel.
Caleb answers my Telegram messages, so like,
That's true.
Just saying, that's a value that you get from me.
Yep.
All right, cool. Oh, what's up with the game I've been developing? This is something I really wanted to say on the podcast, and I forgot. I want to do a play test of the game with No Plans to Merge listeners exclusively. We have one No Plans to Merge listener, Mark Salmon, who has played the game 4 times now.
What?
With my whole other group of friends.
No way.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Mark
We
Salmon
could
is
get
like a
him.
regular fixture in the game now.
Dude,
But
coolest guy.
Mark Salmon rules. Seriously, the coolest guy. Like,
Yeah, no, he is. Yeah.
like on some John Wick
I don't know
shit.
anybody
Like,
cooler.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
But yeah, if you, yes, I'm definitely willing to help with architectural design for a corporate intranet site. I'm so good at that. I've built corporate intranet sites. I would love to help you with
Yeah,
that.
actually, like here, let me plug you, Daniel. Let me take this
please, tell
minute
the
to plug
people.
Daniel. Daniel, he's like done a little bit of everything. I mean,
Yeah.
actually, like a lot of everything.
I've done a lot of some things.
You've worked on you've done full React SPAs, like deep town, like deep full enterprise town,
Yes.
huge company town.
Huge.
You've done
Fortune
Vue
100.
SPAs. You're probably currently doing a Vue SPA, maybe.
I'm doing a Vue SPA right now.
Doing a Vue
for
SPA
a
right
large
now.
e-commerce site.
And I'm not gonna. Don't question his decision-making skills because he's done so many SPAs.
It's
because
just
they
it's
were
the work I got.
Just the work he got. I joke, but you've done Node.js type of stuff. You've done
Uh-huh.
jQuery stuff.
I've done Alpine.
You've done Laravel backend. You've done everything.
Done
Daniel's done a
Alpine,
lot
done
of everything.
Livewire, done all kinds of things. Yeah.
Daniel is your technologist. He's worked at big agencies.
Mm-hmm.
He has worked at product company.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
quit a
you worked
product
at,
company.
right. You worked at a product company, a couple product companies. Daniel's your guy. He's got like more experience on the web than like a lot of people. So go hire Daniel.
Go hire Daniel.
Right?
But that being said, I really thank you. Twitter.com/dcolborn, COULBOURNE.
That's right.
But that being said, I really want to play a playthrough of the game with no plans to merge listeners. So
Yep.
it works best with about like 10 to 12 people. It can go as low as 8, like 8 to 12 people.
Yeah.
So if 8 to 12 people, I'll tweet like later, like we want to play this game. If like 8 to 12 people get back to me and say like I want to play with other no plans to merge listeners, like a game will happen. It's like a week-long thing. It takes like 10 minutes of engagement a day for a week. And it's very fun. You can take it all the way up to like infinite engagement if you're trying to grind. But at minimum, it takes like 5-10 minutes of engagement a day for a week. And it's a very fun social deception game. So I would love to do a playthrough with no plans to merge listeners.
Yeah.
And yeah, that is that.
So what do they do? Just DM you or something on Twitter?
I'm
going,
put
it through Twitter to funnel your audience.
I'm going onto Twitter right now. Twitter.com/dcolborn. And I'm saying, NPTM listeners, I want to do a playthrough of our game Pecking Order with 8 to 12 of you. Respond to this tweet to get in on the action. Smiley face. Fix my typo on the word playthrough and tweet it. Boom. Word. It's out there. Oh, look at the followers just coming in. Dude, I love milking followers, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. Milking followers, dude. Yo, did you see the Bo Burnham special, Caleb?
Not yet, no.
You've got to watch it.
I will.
You've got to watch it, Caleb.
Gotta watch it.
Welcome to the internet.
We'll check it out.
It's so good.
Daniel, should we cut this thing?
I think we should cut this thing. So yeah,
let's cut this thing and we can edit it live so that everybody watching so everyone can see how quickly we edit stuff.
Dude, we don't edit stuff, by the way.
So this is, you've just witnessed our podcast.
All right, wait. Let's cue the outro music.
Cue the outro music when?
Bump. Okay. All right, cool. So that was it. That's how we record the podcast.
Then we save the file. Daniel sends me his file.
Yeah, so Caleb says, "Can you remember to send me your file?" And I say, "Yeah, for sure." I grab Telegram. No, I do now. I used to not, but now I'm good at it. Now I grab Telegram. I drag the file onto Telegram.
I'm opening up the ScreenFlow template while he's doing that.
You can share your screen if you want to. People can see it on the stream.
Ooh, you know what? I actually don't, because it's going to make it so much slower.
Okay, yeah. Don't share your screen.
It's already slow.
Okay, so you just talk people through what you're doing.
Yeah, dude, this is crazy because I have the template. The outro music is set at like an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude. Okay, I can share because this is so short. It's going to take no time. So yeah, I highlight this Husker Du.
Mm-hmm.
I'm set mix to mono, and I smooth the volume levels. And normally it takes a hot minute, but today it is not going to take that long. And yeah, see, my computer's a little bit upset, so I'm just going to let it do its thing. And sometimes I've had it happen that ScreenFlow just totally conks out on me, but you can see it right here. We're getting there. And then, the part I shouldn't show is opening Telegram. So I won't show that. Just in case.
You want to show off your elite friends.
I'm not looking to just like brag that Taylor Otwell is the unread message in my Telegram, but while we're bragging.
Sick, dude.
What are we doing? Daniel.
Caleb.
This is Daniel, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then we're out of Telegram. We're back on the stream.
Back on the stream, dude.
So there we go. We're good. We already smoothed the volume levels. Oh, I
Um,
did that independently. Usually I like to do that with Daniel. Then I drag decol in,
yeah.
and then I smooth his volume levels.
And then
And
you
that
drag
takes
the
a little
music
bit. And I
towards
still can't drag the
the
flip
audio.
dip in music. Okay, dude, that was so fast. I think it's like an exponential thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not just
Yeah,
half
because
as
it needs to
fast.
compare it to the whole thing.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so then I do the front, and I have a little marker here. Daniel's probably never seen this. I have a little marker here for when the start should go, but
Mm-hmm.
if you like, we're a little bit off of that. So then I'll play it. Ooh, that's crazy loud. Welcome to another episode of No But. Yeah, there you go. So that's that, and then we
And
hop
you
over
slap the
here,
music on the end.
and then yeah, this one I always like kind of listen.
Let's
Oh,
cue
it's
the
so
outro
loud. I'm
music.
so sorry.
Cue the outro music when?
Let's play it. Yeah, okay, whatever. That's fine.
Perfect.
So then we do that. We hit save. Then we export it onto my desktop. And see, these are the things I name it. It's just like, who cares, whatever, NPTM, blah, blah, blah,
Cool.
audio, because I don't store these things. Like,
Yep.
there's no archive of these. I used to archive them. It's like, why waste all the space? Why? And then we go to Transistor, sign in. With any luck, Daniel's already named and added the episode.
Hang on. Saved as
But,
draft. Just refresh the page.
Okay, great. Okay, I was about to scold you. The Alpine Day after show. Great. And then as soon as ScreenFlow's done.
Alpine Day has finished. We are exhausted. Hang on. I'm going to update the draft one more time.
And then this
Refresh
is the,
it. Refresh it before you upload.
Well, and like, I'm glad someone's talking about it.
And then I listened to it a little bit. Okay. So refresh. Papa Runsked. Right in there.
Papa Runsked.
Transistor's so awesome. This is our little transistor.
Is that
promo
Upload
bit.
or Alpine?
I don't know. Drop Zone.
Drop Zone.
But listening for the events with Alpine.
Add audio upload. There you go. Third party integration. Does it have an X in it?
Oh, I don't know. Well, I guess I'd have to search for the specific thing. I don't know. Probably. Save and publish now, right?
Yep. Save and publish now.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
That's the podcast.
Podcast
We're
is
done.
in your feed.
And then we wipe our hands of that, and
Yeah, we
that's how
say bye-bye.
our production goes.
Bye-bye.
The only reason this podcast still exists is because we don't edit it.
Yeah. If we actually had to do anything, we would stop doing the podcast. We're
Yep.
very lazy people. But because of that,
So
like
lazy.
we've had to become good at like kind of keeping the wheels moving on the podcast because we know we cannot edit.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's for darn tootin' sure.
that's for darn tootin' sure.
All right, so we're on the stream. The stream's still live, right?
Your stream's still live. Do you have anything you want to say to the stream now that we're not recording?
Oh, finally.
Go
No.
fuck yourself.
Thanks for watching, folks.
Boy, that was a day, man.
It was a day,
It
bro.
was a day of Alpine. I think it was really
Kill it.
great. Sick lineup, dude.
Did you kill it?
Oh, you kill the stream? No.
Yeah, kill the stream.
Okay. Goodbye,
everybody.
stream. We love you. Let me find the button
Love you,
to
stream.
make you go away. Oh, it's off screen. There it is.